All right, so Maiden Marsh Needleworks Flossmas Special Edition. We are back after, I think, something like 8 years. You may recognize me from such popular and famous videos as Husband Tag, Volume 1. And I'm back to participate a little bit in cross-stitching today because somebody else wouldn't. Grandpa. Okay, so we had Lindsay. There were some questions. And Poopaw was supposed to answer them. And so he was kind enough, actually, to provide his answers in writing. And now I'm going to be the grandpa translator. Lindsay?
Okay, so I was going to ask him these questions and get his responses. And here we go. It's just a couple. So, why do you think Heidi and Lindsay chose to open an artistic business when they are both in organization and coordinating roles professionally?
Poopaw says they need balance, like techies who plant gardens to be grounded. Why are you laughing? I'm having a Zen moment.
I know. He was not Zen. He was not Zen when he said it.
He's Gen X. Of course he's not Zen.
He's Gen X.
Super cynicism, I think is the word.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next question?
Okay, next. Can you describe something about each sister that complements the other?
And dear old dad says, and I love how much of a non-answer this is, one's crazy and one is not. Sometimes they take turns being crazy. And, I think that my answer from knowing these lovely ladies, IRL, is that...
This is Jonathan's answer.
Right. The Heidi does tend to be more like driven, which tends to push Lindsay to get things done, which is always nice. And Lindsay tends to be more social and like artistic, and she's more like a teacher kind of thing. Like I know she's done some videos on how to do some various things. Y'all should go check those out if you haven't already. I think the phrase is like and subscribe. But anyway, so I think there was a deeper answer there. And I think that is it. Although I cannot in any sense disagree with the answer that it is here, because they do take turns being crazy. Okay, so we did 2 truths and a lie with Grandpa. And here are the 2 truths and a lie. 1. Joblin is a type of fabric. And all I got next to that was a line. 2. Even flow is a stitching method. 3. Lots of ladies are a big fan of John James. He guessed that it was number 3 was the lie. And as we all in the stitching community and stitching adjacent community know, that lots of ladies are a big fan of John James. I'm a big fan of John James needles. They seem like they do the job well and kind of like last a lot longer than some other ones. So, for those of you who didn't know, the lie was even flow is a stitching method. That's just something that I made up. Also,
it sounds more like a monthly situation.
It is the name of an excellent Pearl Jam song.
Ooh. Oh, he did think at first, the line that you see on Joblin, he thought I said... like Janis Joplin. He said, well, that's a lie because it's music. I said, no, I said Joblin, not Joplin.
Joblin, not Joplin.
Yeah.
All right, so last question, and that'll wrap up the video for today. Would you ever give cross-stitching a try? And he said, I guess I would give it a try. Except, and nothing matters until the except, right? I have no interest in it. There's multiple periods here. That's why I'm kind of no interest in it. And then, oh my, it looks boring. And you know what? I think he's kind of missing the mark a little bit on that one, because I know these girls get like super into stuff. Especially on the new starts. Oh my goodness, we have so many projects. and get into the finishes and the social network that's available across FlossTube and everything else. And they're super into it, and I don't think it's boring at all. Especially given the fact that it is so very easy to watch murder dramas while you stab something thousands of times over and over again in a prescribed fashion. And with that, I think we'll wrap it up for today. This has been husband tag number 2, swapping in for grandpa tag. Wishing you a happy holidays either way.
Hello and welcome back. It is Monday. Happy Monday, December 9th. And so here's my Bricks Books Advent that my kiddos had. And so that's what they opened today. And in my daughter's Advent, she got a candy cane charm. I'm still waiting for when that second one comes out, but so far this is coming out to be a pretty cute little charm bracelet. And so there's her collection so far. And then we don't have a bathtub update, but that's okay. And then today's wine is Deep Space Nine. It's actually a place, so it's not even a person or a species. We moved into places. So Deep Space Nine is from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. The quote is, 5 years ago, no one had ever heard of Bajor or Deep Space Nine. And now all our hopes rest here. And it is a Cabernet. So that's December 9th, Star Trek wine. That's been a very fun Advent to have. I didn't stitch today. I was up very late last night trying to get our video up. I was having some technical issues, and I just didn't stitch. When I got home today, I made dinner and just relaxed. My husband and I played a video game. We played Overcooked and beat the first round of the game, and then I uploaded or updated into hard level, and so now we get to go back and try to 4-star all of the levels instead. We'll see how far we get, but we played for a little bit. I did want to show off my stockings because these are my favorite finishes of all time. And so I have a stocking for each person in my home or in my family. And the first stocking I had completed was back in 2017. And so this is my son's stocking, Marshall. I finished his. I remember stitching on it when he was a baby, and I had finished it before his first Christmas. So that is that's stocking number 1. I made sure that they all had a Santa theme. The second stocking is Cora's. I also completed hers when she was a baby. I actually started hers when I was pregnant with her, and then we finished it out after she was born. I don't remember if I finished it right before her first Christmas. It might have been her second Christmas, but that was her stocking, which I also love very much. I remember messing up in this area and always thinking that Santa was picking his nose for a while. It doesn't look like that anymore, but at the time. And then the next stocking was my husband's. And so here's his stocking. Also a Santa theme. He loves the snow, and so we went with the snow theme. This one I remember this scarf being crazy ridiculous because of the shading and the different colors. Like, it took so long to get through that scarf, but it was a lot of fun. This was also a lot of fun to do. It's you take the thread and you spin it, and then you had to tie it up, and then you had to anchor it. So it's fun. It's loose. It's a little bow tie for the string of the toy bag. That's one of my favorite. Like, looking back at it at the time, I don't think it was my favorite, but looking back at it, and these are my favorite. Like, these are hanging right by my TV, so I get to look at them all season long, which is just super rewarding. And then last but not least, of course, is mine. you know, moms always do theirs last. But mine's finished too. And so this was Santa's flight. This was a lot of fun to do in the sleigh. It was couching actually with a Kreinik. And so that was a lot of fun to stitch up. And yeah, a lot of detail, a lot of little details in the toys over here with the ship and the candy canes. It was neat. It was a lot of fun to do. So those are my family stockings, all Santas. And that's what I have to show off today. Let's see if I can get them all in one screen. Maybe that'll be her. Anyway, so that's what we did. I want to show those off. Each of these took me a year to do. As from start to finish, it took me about 1 year. So they're very rewarding. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, man, I should probably get some of my Christmas stitching out because it is fun to stitch on Christmas stuff. But I also have goals. As you guys saw, I still have well over 3,000 stitches to get into Zelda by the end of the month. So I want to work away at that and really hit that deadline because I've pushed that deadline a few times already. As you guys have heard throughout the year, if you've been watching us, I'm like, yeah, I'll have it ready for our anniversary. Never mind. Maybe I'll have it ready for Christmas. Never mind. Now we're going to go for his birthday. So I really, really want to get Zelda completed. But I was really tired tonight and I didn't want to focus on cross stitching quite yet. So here's what I had to show. I'll do a little show and tell. I hope you guys have a great day and we'll be back tomorrow. Bye.